Hello everyone, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. This is episode 23. Last time, we got our gun back finally, and we got organised with communism. And we ran back and forth between the two, making it work, bringing us to 2 in the morning. It's time for bed. It's time for bed. We didn't manage to send Kim to bed to interview Klaasje one final time. Unfortunately, there's just too much stuff to do in one night. But we did manage to get the two big things out of the way. Having our gun is a great one to start. And we're going to start this episode off by reading the RCM Lieutenant's cap that we actually got last episode, but we forgot to read. So, member of an organization. It's a really cool looking cap, actually. Nice. So it gives a +1 to authority. It's interesting to see the outfit come together in a way, minus the gloves. I don't really have anything that any gloves that really kind of fit with the outfit that much. I wonder if there are some RCM gloves out there, but yeah, it's interesting though. But a +1 to authority is nice, and then obviously, if we take off the ledger, we do have then a +1 on authority, but then we obviously lose our empathy and inland empire skills instead. But empathy and inland empire at a 4 and a 7 on their own, and authority goes up to 6. So I actually, feel like it's not too bad whipping out the ledger for a couple of bonus points. So while we're here, I've reloaded into the game, and because it's late at night, obviously, our communists are asleep. They've gone to bed. But I'm thinking, before we go to sleep, I may check in with our drunks over at the fisherman shacks, because they might be able to tell us. They might be able to tell us a story to pass the time, because they won't be there. They won't be there in the morning. But I'm also trying to contemplate how much time I want to be spending when time doesn't move in comparison to actually being able to still move the game along. So, considering I'm feeling like we may skip ahead and go through to considering we may skip ahead and go to day 6 at night, it could help us to pass the time by talking to them later, because I really feel like it would be a cool thing to talk to Klaasje without Kim, because I feel like we still have more time before things go south. So I think that will be a good idea if we maybe kind of take it easy for a day to push it into the evening, but we'll see. Yep, this must be Stebbins' apartment. There you go. I just wanted to see if there was any changes in here.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
I just wanted to see if there was anything different in here. Actually, that's another thing that I should probably get used to doing when I'm running around the world, to be honest, is I should really try and have anything that increases my perception on, to be honest. If I do have anything else that does. It's funny that ironically, for all the glasses that I have, I don't have glasses that increase perception, just glasses that lower it at the moment. So that's perfect. So I think just our perceptive boots is what is all we've got on at the moment, and that's all we have. So if we're not seeing any new things, it's because we're not perceptive enough. There you go. And I was actually thinking, because we're at the Whirling and we're close here, instead of sleeping at the Fisherman's Shack, I might give Gart another 20. And we might sleep at the Might sleep at the Whirling tonight, I think. I think that could be a good idea. Because it'll give us another chance to check or have a look at what's going on in our apartment. I think we've got the mirror that we can do a white check with. So could be a good idea. So I'll flick him the 20 real and we'll go to bed. We'll go to bed. We'll talk to the drunks tomorrow.
Hey, was there something you needed?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
20 real for the night.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
You know, there might be other places to sleep on this coast.
Alright. It's too late now. I've already decided. I'm going to say farewell to Kim at 2 in the morning, and we're going to sleep in the Whirling tonight.
Rise and shine.
No! Oh, God. Why do I think that it...
Civilization hasn't exactly been your strong suit, historically speaking.
Why did I think that we wouldn't get this again? Because we've done the... I'm so confused, because we've done the getting organized thought, but this one keeps popping up.
Your level,
it keeps popping up.
They live underground. Let your no... Yes. For we really have no idea what first, again, judging from you should begin by. Here we go.
It's the thought that never goes away. Alright. I'm going to bed. Goodbye, Kim. See you in the morning. Bye. And now Kim disappears. I'm in my room. And it's been a while since I've been in here.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. You see some lights shimmering outside.
Okay. It's been a while since I've been in here, so I just want to check on stuff again. I'm pretty sure the mirror is an interfacing check. It's a challenging interfacing check, so let me put on my gloves.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh,
In it, your face.
hang on.
Irregular.
I need a tool. What tool are we? We could use the multi-tool, right? The multi-tool would do the trick, would it not?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh.
In it, your
Oh, chain cutters. Duh. Use the chain cutters. I can't even read. Use the chain cutters. Right. There you go.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
Okay, so it's a 58%.
your face. Irregular, clean-shaven police officer.
Okay. We'll try it, and then if we fail this 58%, I can put a point in interfacing. So let's use our chain cutters to fix the faucet, stop steam from fogging up the mirror. I wonder how this is going to go, considering with what we've already done with our face, with the expression and shaving. You know. Hey-ya!
The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Let the mirror be for now. Okay.
The mirror hangs on the...
Wasn't that fun, guys? We got 5 experience for that. We paid 20 real to turn off the tap in our room. We did it. Okay. If that's the case, I think we're going to bed now.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Day 5. Let's go to sleep.
The unchanged linens are only getting greasier and greasier every time you crawl among them. Like some wounded animal, you close your eyes and ask for sleep. Just some hours of regular sleep, please.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea.
Huh.
Until there's suddenly light.
I can see Kim's room in the description. So there's my room, that's my tape, and it's playing. I can see Kim's room. Oh, interesting. Huh.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
The one before the last dream.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Which means our last dream, our final sleep day, whatever, would be tomorrow?
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Don't.
Wow. A fairly nice sleep. Rise and shine, comrade. Stop giving me that thought. I've done it. Communism. This is the problem with being a communist, is you are haunted by the same repetitive thought over and over and over again, even though you've actually already done something about it. Alright. Oh, you know what I just realized? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. You know what I just realized? Kim doesn't join us from upstairs in the whirling. Kim joins us from downstairs. I can talk to Klaasje now. Right? She'll be out here in the morning? Hell yeah. Nice. That worked out nice. I don't have to skip the day. I can't believe that. I forgot. For some reason I assumed that as soon as I walked out of my room, Kim's there, and I forget that that's only the shack. So it was worth paying 20 real to sleep in the whirling, because he's waiting for me downstairs. Hell yeah. Okay, that's good stuff. I'm happy now.
Hello, officer.
Okay.
What brings you up here again?
Now we can run back about the lies that she told without Kim here, and now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you were a police officer.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Before you was only the room, the sound of the motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness.
Wow. Mythopoetically adequate stuff.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Oh, that? Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Okay.
Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
Yeah, we go on alright.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
And that's the tape. Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Sains. Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
A real apocalypse cop. Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Oh, damn. There we go. Task complete. Harry is such a fantastic character, honestly. Let's get back to those lies you've told, though. Thank you for helping me out, but also about those lies.
Lies?
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
So when it goes on this, we go into, what if I told you you're under arrest, miss? I wonder if that, I wonder how this dialogue will go, though, you know? I'm curious. What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? Are we gonna arrest Klaasje? Well, let's see how this pans out. Let's see how this pans out, because I'm not sure. So I'm under the... I've already mentioned this before, a previous episode. I don't want to...
Yes, we
arrest her. I don't think that's how...
Her anxiety. We demand her fear.
I think that's how I want it to go. So I want to make sure that this doesn't end up in arrest. I wonder if this is just going in a hypothetical situation. So I'm just saving just in case I end up making a mistake. So what if I told you you're under arrest, miss?
You almost say the words, then stop. The lieutenant is off somewhere.
Oh, I can't do it without Kim.
In the manual for incarceration. The one he knows how to use. Come back and say this with Kim here. You can't handle it without him.
So what I was...
Slowly.
What I was trying to do there was I wanted to see if there was a way for us to let Klaasje off the hook without Kim. Without Kim. Because I don't think Kim would be happy. I don't think Kim would be happy if we let her off the hook with him there. You know? So apparently we should have Kim with us for that. And you know, maybe there are things better left unsaid if we leave Klaasje there instead. So good morning, Kim. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. While we're here, we should be able to tell, or is it too early in the morning? Yep, we should be able to tell Titus about that police, the pigs, to deal with that. I can't believe it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's talk to Titus. Get him to deal with that.
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuron or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
I think there's a lot of Titus where his heart is in the right place with some things. It's just like the situation and his surroundings and the city demands that he be a particular way. But like, I think underneath all of that shit, like, he actually does care about stuff. However we've handled this situation and however he's fought back with us, there is a genuine niceness in there somewhere, I feel. All the other boys are a bit fucking just too busy being fucking just jerks in a group, except for Theo maybe, because he's like the old gruff one in the corner. But yeah, there's some goodness to Titus though that I can definitely see.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Big.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope. She didn't have anything of mine.
No? Well, whatever then, copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
Nice. What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Auntie LaPlante. LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne LaPlante.
Be anything else you want to know?
Marianne LaPlante. Who was she?
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then. The children kept her together.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends, everything like that. We're like, who wouldn't? Cool uniforms, fast food, packing heat. Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends, ever think of that?
No, I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
God damn it.
Yeah, Carl. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs level weird. But whatever gets you through the day.
Okay. Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
That's true. Like the pawn shop stuff. Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. Take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Alright, I'm going to take off now. Nice. So they'll go help with that. Awesome. Alright, the task list continues to shrink. Now, the white check opened up for placements yesterday. And I can't remember what the actual check is, but it's a drama check. And I'm not exactly sure what it is. So let's Let me go in and have a look. Apparently it's a dramatic check. So we've got drama clothes that I can definitely put on if I need to, but I want to see if it's even available, or it might be one of those white checks that shows on the map, but it doesn't show up in conversation.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Well, okay, but please, only a few questions. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards, the curse. It's the curse.
The curse.
Everyone knows there's something wrong.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Yes, the wards help to keep the doom at bay. It's not good.
Wow, such wraiths may prove a formidable...
Oh, there are new...
Desert pygmy shape. The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulder.
See, like that, like it's a drama check about the curse, but I think because we've already done everything, I don't know if it's available anymore. In the same way that apparently there's an interfacing check on the map wall.
Maps. The maps look old and faded. This large
and we've already gone through these
In the
before.
north, radiating out you can. Lost 800 of the ocean connections. 800 of the north coast to the east. Hudon. It's so... No. This is...
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable. They're that old thing. From when some...
The place doesn't...
They didn't get that far.
We also have the map wall, which is an interfacing challenging one, which is there, but there's nothing that we can do with said map wall. So sometimes there are white checks that just overstay their welcome, and it'd be nice if they disappeared, because then I wouldn't get confused. But I didn't have to change into my dramatic clothes, at least, so that is a plus. So it's almost 8 in the morning. I'm feeling pretty good about everything that we've done. I'm feeling pretty good. Which means I think we can look for Ruby on the coast properly. We'll go back. We're going to go back to Feld Electrical. Because we managed to get a couple of those like last few things out of the way, I think. I'm going to equip my gun to be safe as well. And I'm going to armor up at the same time. So... this will give us some more pain threshold and volition. And then while I was being like, oh, we could also have a pain threshold and half-light jacket. I don't know if that's entirely necessary. We'll keep on our spirit decor. We'll keep on our jacket. Now, I'll keep this one on. I'll put on my half-light gloves, though. I feel like that's a decent look. We're armored up. I don't know what to expect.
The white ceramic cuirass hugs your torso, shielding your vitals without adding much bulk to your form. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
It is good to be an unstoppable ceramic man.
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Right. Ooh, for the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material. -1 savoir-faire, hard move. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't even leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it? Shooting yourself? Let's see. That could be an interesting thought, actually. We have 2 thoughts that we can learn, and I feel like we should definitely settle on 2 more thoughts to run through while we're here. Let's work on some thoughts. Fuck, this might actually genuinely come in handy. I'm internalizing Fairweather T500. It might come in handy. And then the other ones that I was really thinking of was rigorous self-critique. The The apricot chewing gum scented one always interested me as well. I mean, they all interest me. That is the hard part. That is the hard part. Hardcore aesthetic. Oh, and the Insulindian Miracle as well. That was kind of one that interested me as well. Because of the whole thing. Fairweather T500 and the Insulindian Miracle. And then if we get other skill points, I can always remove ones. Like I think I could remove Arno Van Eyck, to be honest, because it just like we've already unlocked white checks and it just reveals gig posters in the world, so I could get rid of that. I'm almost keen to get rid of the Jamrock Shuffle, to be honest, at this point. Find better loot in locked containers. This is obviously 2 minuses, but we get 4 XP. We get some bonus XP. Gotta keep that one. Gotta keep that. I could probably actually forget this one, to be honest with you, and learn something else. Gotta keep that. Gotta keep that. And gotta keep that. I reckon. Nice. Alright, so I've got 2 thoughts at the beginning of today for us to internalize, so we can have a full thought cabinet. Is it a good idea to wield this gun while we go in? I would say yes. But also we don't know. Because maybe not. I like how that dad and his kid come here on multiple days. Like, they're just like, alright. Where are we going today, Dad? Oh, son, we're going where we've always wanted to go. To the Feld Electrical Building. But, Dad, we went there yesterday. And we'll go there again tomorrow, son. For the Feld Electrical Building is the best thing I've ever laid eyes on. Yeah, I think it could be it's a good idea to be safe and have a gun. Because the difference between me and Kim is with the player character, if I have to have tools, specific tools equipped if I want to actually utilize them with my white checks or red checks if they appear, and Kim can just pull his out whenever he wants. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. It feels strange. Okay. Polar Anorak. +1 composure and +1 shivers. Nice. Under the polar lights and gift from La Revacholière. Layers and layers of polyvinyl and artificial sheepskin make this coat ideal for traversing snowy plains on dog sledges. Somehow you knew it would be waiting for you underground in a sunken pipe. And you found it. It's as if the city gifted it to you to keep it safe. Nice. Composure and shivers.
Suddenly,
ooh!
Your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive whitening.
Whoa!
Your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Holy shit, dude.
It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
Well, we've found Ruby.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
The instigator.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to meet your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears.
No, buddy, that's not going to help.
Oh my god.
Don't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience.
I'm out of health charges.
All the previous ones.
I should have gotten some stuff.
Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You're under arrest!
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded. in your brain.
Am I straight up gonna die? What's happening to me?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the Ulan frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
God, this is so strange. Have you experienced the compressor yourself? Oh, it's playing music now. What the fuck? Nice. That's what that is. So anytime there's numbers, it's doing the numbers in Japanese, I think. I heard some Japanese counting in there.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not the cops, and of herself merely as prey.
So instead of, going through this situation with us in a calm and collected manner, just makes herself an enemy straight away by doing this. Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal with my mattress.
Stay free! FM!
These numbers are in English. god, this is so wild.
Turn this.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
I didn't die.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
Red check 72%, which is pain threshold. So it's a good thing that we did have some pain threshold on the thing, because I was like, better to go prepared and armor up, but maybe we should have worn the half-light jacket as well. That also had oh, hang on, I think that was, I don't know if that gave us more pain threshold, so that wouldn't have actually changed anything. How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way. Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Preparing for the worst?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching. Though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right. Klaasje was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus told me. It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dour despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Would you say that Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate it, okay?
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard work.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
Do you have an alibi for when Lely was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Hold on. No one takes a 15-minute leak.
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Look, there's a secret way from the first floor of the Whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
You're a criminal. I can't trust anything you say.
That's your prerogative.
You had a financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
You have a gun.
And?
Where did you get it?
The gun store.
What gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
Really? Trigger?
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Do you collect guns? Maybe old rifles?
No, they're not practical. Break too often.
There's other evidence I want to talk to you about. I don't want to mention that we're like, oh, I can't quite tell. What gun is that? I don't want to give her the opinion I don't know things. There's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah. Evidence.
Sure, like that. How do you explain that, Ruby? Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Klaasje's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Klaasje.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Damn. So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Alright, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Nudged it during the drugs talk, so it's on 83%. Okay. Who killed the merc, if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Klaasje's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klaasje comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Klaasje said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Yeah. That's good. Klaasje did a really good job at slipping by and avoiding suspicion and doing all that because she got pushed and she ratted out Ruby as a result to get heat off her back. Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone.
No.
You can see it. Her lips, though still white, don't seem to tremble as much anymore. She moves with focus and deliberation.
While I don't think Klaasje is the murderer, I think Klaasje is just a pathological liar.
She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Fuck, man.
Klaasje knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
That's showerhead. Resourceful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lely herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop. That strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
His human can opener. We're being used at someone's will and behest.
Through the sudden...
Oh, God!
You hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself.
His human can opener.
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise.
I'm close to death.
It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
I know my real name. I don't need to ask that. I'm assuming this is if we still haven't figured out our name by now or something, we can still ask for it. La Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
No, that was a real question.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre, anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Well, I think I wanted to go off solo, right? That was like the whole thing. Harry freaked out and was just like, I'll do this on my own. Like, fuck you, I'll do it solo type thing. I remember this coming up frequently. I had a death squad with me? I don't know what happened to them.
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances.
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
Damn, are two of those people in the whirling? The lady and that guy? Are they 2 of those? And when we're missing another guy? What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform.
Okay.
All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We can either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today.
Ooh, okay.
Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Yeah. So they're in the whirling. That's those 2. He's wearing a blonde wig. I think I know them. They're in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please delete.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Oh god!
Feel something in
Oh my god, I'm dying.
It's spreading.
Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have even fucking bothered with the bunker question. I should have just tried to turn the machine off. This was tough because I didn't go in prepared with... I didn't expect to have to fucking heal my health this many times. I'm guessing this is bad.
Very, very bad.
Try to remain conscious.
And bad. All you feel.
Oh my god.
You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
This is our second death of the game. I really wish that there was like, you could do like a desperate like last attempt roll to like survive.
Cop suffers final heart attack.
Oh man.
Detective Lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad we saved before that one. God damn. Imagine if this game had permadeath. Okay. I'm gonna go get some heals, and then we're gonna do this again, and we'll make it through. We were so close. We shouldn't have asked that final question. We should have just made the red check, and then be done with it. Okay, so there was no excuse for us to not stock up on this stuff. It's just so funny. So I've gone and bought some stuff from the Frit store. It's so cheap. And I find that so funny. It's just we've gone the whole game without buying it, and we've just been finding stuff. But like, I find it so silly that I just actually never bought it myself. But we've got more than enough to last us a lifetime now. And what I've just noticed is on our trip over here to go and buy some stuff, look at what's been done over here. There's been a communist style update to this statue in the plaza.
The old king and his horse have been covered in posters with radical slogans like "No kings, no bosses," and "Again and once more after that." At the bottom of the posters, in smaller lettering, are details about meeting at a local coffee house.
Yes.
Looks like the students took your advice to heart, Detective.
Nice. I like that there's an actual update. I like that there's an actual update with the next day. That's great. All right, I'm gonna run through the Ruby conversation again, which we were so close to, and then we'll get this physical check. So it's a physical instrument. So let me check. I'm gonna put pain threshold and half light on. So we can actually have a little more survivability. Just endurance, probably not. We could do pain threshold on the silk scarf, but I can't take off my necktie. I have to keep it on. So we'll go with that. There we go. Now I'm a cool looking cop, Kim, with my phone jacket on for now. Alright, it's time for us to make our move. Pain threshold. Destroy the machine, 92%, because extra pain threshold on the phone jacket. Let's go. Let's get this thing sorted.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, my fucking god, dude. Come on. You're really gonna put us in this spot. What are you doing?
Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
Convince her to put the gun down.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
I need to give her options. What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it?
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
If I say that, she's so shooting herself in the head. Please. Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go. Just fucking go, okay, before I change my mind. You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Ran right past Kim. Kim could have grabbed her there. But yeah, it's too risky. She's willing to pull the trigger on herself. It's too much.
Good call.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
Okay. Far out. That was insane. Ruby's gone. Go to her tent.
Yes?
Far out, dude. I'm glad that, I'm so glad that Kim approved of letting her go, because I was wondering how he would feel about following protocol, to be completely honest with you. But I feel like in that situation it was more than appropriate to it was more than appropriate. I wonder how that situation would, because we had our gun on us. Part of me always also wonders how that would have gone if maybe we didn't even have a gun equipped as well, if it affected particular chances on stuff. But there wasn't any plus or minuses in any of those checks in relation to the gun. Dark water trails into the distance. There is no way out. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out.
One hell of a morning. 9 a.m. Getting drowned out with radio waves and ceasing a suicide.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Look at the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Nice. A notebook. Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You found Ruby's journal. Read it. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler. Damn, man. And we've definitely got to go back and have another chat to Klaasje now about that, because it's like you were the one who came up with the idea to stage a lynching. God damn, Klaasje.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Lely died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely.
I love being being mysterious and not like elaborating in your own like private journal, or being like, except, no, I won't say this.
You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell.
Me and my death squad, huh?
Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss.
The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
That is very true.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than Weda's. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
Jesus, this is getting weird. Who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him.
Well, there are boot prints in the secret passage that are unaccounted for right now.
One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Damn. Ruby said you were a notoriously corrupt cop, Laputa Madre's peony. That's why she was scared of you. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more, if you dare. Wow. And then return to the whirling in rags. Someone there has something to answer to. That was heavy. Like, straight up. That was heavy. I genuinely feel like we almost... and there's all our health healing after that encounter if we needed it.
Plain red.
Yeah. I feel like we were really close to actually losing Ruby there if we said the wrong thing. So we made it. She's gone. But we've got more to do. And with that one, guys, with that confrontation of Ruby, we're going to bring this episode of Disco Elysium to a close. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time when we head back to the Whirling in Rags for answers. Thank you.